Hello, hello, hello. Okay, this is good news. Things are working. Excellent connection, it says. Excellent connection. Okay. Hello, my name is Rich Armstrong from TapTapKaboom. And today I'm going to be drawing, which is what I've been doing the whole day and also what I've been doing for a couple of days before this. I'm working on something called Dreamheadz. Just need to make sure my microphone doesn't slip off. And it's going to be an NFT collection, a digital collection, a digital collectible with about 1,000 pieces, 1,001 to be precise. And today I'm going to be working on a legendary. So what happens is that in this collection, I can actually show you. Check this out. That's me, that's me, that's me. Let's do this. Here are a bunch of these Dreamheadz, and every single one has a body, it has clouds, eyebrows, it has glasses, frames, the frame shadow, head, lenses, mouth, something called pairing, sky, stars, and so it just combines all of these to make a whole bunch of unique ones. It could go into the millions with the amount of variations that are possible. And so what I'm doing is I'm going and creating unique ones that don't have traits shared with other items, or some traits that aren't shared with other items. So let's get started. Let's do it. So I'm going to be working on as many as I can for about an hour and a half. I've got part way through this one. If you have any questions, shout, ask me questions, say hello, ask questions, say hey. Yeah, so I've done the outlines, or most of them, and you can see there's a cloud head here and some glasses, but he's just like blown his brains out with this energy. Perhaps it's rainbow, perhaps it's something else, but I'm going to try draw it like a rainbow, and then with this like Technicolor rainbow body, and then his head probably going to be white, and maybe his glasses will be red, and maybe some rainbow kind of stuff happening on the inside. And then he's shouting or being like, wow, just like exclaiming in wonder. And a bunch of these little diamonds and shapes are coming out the top. I might actually just do a few more of these little shapes. I'll move this over just a wee bit. And man, this project has been, wow, so much fun. I'm needing to just finish things off this week because the mint is next week and there's a bunch more other things I need to do, promotional kind of stuff, and man, I could just keep on drawing for days. It's been so fun. So fun! So yeah, if you're gonna do your own one, maybe give yourself more time than you think you need to do all the drawing, because I guess there's more. There's always more drawing that can be done. Man, it's epic. I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to work on are going to be these glasses. So I'll set a reference on that one. I'll group them, and then I will begin to fill this. So what's great is that I can change this at any time, but I think red is a pretty good quality or a color for these glasses. But hey, let's see what everything looks like once I've done the flat colors. I'll choose reference for this layer, group those ones, and then I'll go for white here. I think it's going to be quite colorful, and the background's going to be dark, so it's nice for it to be a dark background, white clouds, so there's black and white, and then just tons of different colors. And then, so we've already got some red here. So I'm going to go for, it's kind of like orange over here. And for some reason that's not filling. I mean, I might just be doing something totally wrong. But it's like, it's not filling at all. Okay, yeah, cool. It's just like wobbling. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay, it did it there. Great. Okay, I have no idea what is going on. It normally just works seamlessly, perfectly, like that. And like that. Anyway, a boodle. Yeah, path might not be close on the top. I don't know, the fact that it did it there, I don't know. Anyway, it's working now. Okay, so that looks pretty colorful, right? And then we've got the body. And then these are just references that I used kind of to match up the whole collection. So set this one as a reference. Let's do the same kind of a thing here. Set. Yo, I don't know. Don't know what's going on. There's probably going to be way more colors than I need here. Yeah. I might have to do this again. So, I'm doing this again because I think that the fill, or whatever that preference is called, is really low. So if I drag this in, the threshold is at 0. I want the threshold to be as high as possible. 96. Okay, cool. So I think that might have been a problem. Sometimes I hit things and they stop working. Alrighty. Let's color this guy. Sounded like I said color the sky, but I didn't. I really just said color this guy. Okay. And after green, it's blue, but could we go for this blue, that blue, this blue? It's kind of weird. I really like that color, so I'll have to do another blue over there. And then it goes to purple. Oof. There are lots of colors here. Oh my goodness. And then maybe peach. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to just delete all of these guys here. Delete. Okay. Set this as the reference again. And let's go for it. There we go. Much better. Okay. And blue. So pink is actually not part of the rainbow, and it kind of bothers me. I really like pink in a rainbow, you know. Okay, and then the mouth. We'll group those, set this one as the reference. Pop some black in here. Pop some white into the teeth. And pop some red over there. And I might actually want to add just a little bit of like a tongue line or something. Something like that. Is that how a tongue line looks? Maybe like that. I suppose we could change it later if it really bothers me. So how I built this color palette was over quite a time. So I just used to like feel things out or use, what was it called? Cooler. Cooler is actually really cool. Let's have a look here. Cooler. Coolers.co. Yeah, cookies, whatever. So this is really cool. Just generating color palettes. Okay, cool. I got it. So you just press spacebar until you find something like, ooh, that's cool, and then you're like, bang, lock that one. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Ooh, lock. Ooh. So that's kind of how I used to do it. And then I was like, TapTapKaboom really needs a brand or brand color. So I started to get these TapTapKaboom colors going. I saw this like really cool like kids store with all of these old school like flat colors on wood. So I started there, and then I was like, wow, there's just too many. So I changed it to some pretty bright colors, which was like the TapTapKaboom color palette. And then, yeah, tried something else. And then for some reason, I took these colors and I expanded them a little bit into this Doodleverse color palette. Just took this rainbow. I was like, I want a rainbow, but how do I make a rainbow not like the boring rainbow colors? And so, yeah, I happened upon this. And over time, I've added more colors, like this cool gray cobalt color. I added that fairly recently. There used to be a very light purple, and then sometimes some of them I throw away after some time because I don't use them. Like I haven't used this pink that much. Some of my pieces early on in the Doodleverse used to be super, super bright. And so yeah, I haven't used that for a little while. I think Cooler still exists. I think that might be Adobe's thing. Let me have a quick look. Cooler. Oh yeah, that one's called Adobe Color. Yeah. So sometimes it's nice working with Adobe stuff because, you know, it just all works with whatever you're doing. But yeah, I sometimes don't use Adobe stuff. Like now I'm using Procreate. So the last stream I did, I used Adobe Fresco, which is something I don't usually do. I have used it in the past, and I used to work between Adobe Fresco and Procreate quite often. Then I just, you know, kind of picked Procreate. Okay, so what am I doing? So we got the mouth, got the glasses. I guess with the glasses, reference, we need some lenses. Okay, and I'm gonna just make it black for now. Could change it a little bit later on. Okay, the background I'm not gonna worry too much about right now, just because I have a bunch of backgrounds and the backgrounds aren't super important. If I really need to and I can't find one of the existing backgrounds that works, then I'll have to make another plan. So I'm just gonna focus on this guy. If I wanted to have a look at what that looks like, maybe I could use, you know, this sky here or this sky here, just to feel it out. And this is like a pretty weird thing in my Procreate. I'm not quite sure if it happens in everyone's Procreate, but yeah, when I pop something in, all of the layers get inverted. It's pretty irritating. So then let's go top one, let's go, or the bottom one, let's go to the top, the middle one, let's go over there. Kind of weird, but you know, that's what happens. Yeah, so that's the website in the beginning was called Buno. I'll just copy and paste it. Here we go. Bueno. it's really good for NFT generation. So it's pretty expensive if you're going to generate 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 pieces. But man, it's so helpful for someone who's visual, for a bunch of things that may not work correctly together, like this particular glasses won't work for the rest of the collection. To do that with code or with other tools, man, it's like you got to hack the system. Whereas with the Bueno, man, it's super easy. Okay, I am going to go over here and create a reference layer, not a reference layer, a clipping mask. Change my brush to this grainy kind of a brush, and then do a little bit of grain work, just so it's not like this super stark kind of white cloud. Something like that. So I have these 3 stop points that I like to use in the Doodleverse with this brush. But yeah, recently I've just discovered that I can actually make it a lot bigger, and it takes way quicker when you use a big brush, which is just beautiful. Alrighty, let's go for another one. I'm just going to go for a clipping mask there, and then when I add a new layer, it automatically becomes a clipping mask there straight away. Okay, and then new layer. Let's go for something a little bit smaller, and these will be the cheeks, like the rosy cheeks. That one's not really working too well, but it's okay. Maybe I can multiply it. There we go. Okay, next up, I suppose we can do a little bit of work up here, just a little bit. Okay, and then I'll do some of the shading of the glasses. I'll do that up here because it actually forms part of the glasses themselves, or even the lenses layer. Doot, 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 doot. So this process of mine doing this collection has been really, really good. I think that time, when it comes to creating a generative collection, is really important, because you learn stuff about your characters and your collection as you're going. Whereas if you try to do it in a week, sure, you might be able to generate a whole bunch of different options, but then there's always going to be, maybe more parts of the story that you want to incorporate into the actual artwork, or you come up with more ideas, or you're like, oh, that would have been cool, but now everything's already minted. So yeah, it's been really cool doing this process over 2 months as opposed to a week or 2 weeks. Do I use Paperlike on my screen? I used to. And it's amazing. It feels like paper. But then this thing actually makes a massive, massive difference. And then Paperlike, I found that I had all of these scratch marks on the screen, whereas without Paperlike, or without a screen protector, I don't have any of those marks. So yeah, I actually have some Paperlike pieces in my storeroom. I just got to get it onto my iPad at some stage. I do have the Paperlike screen spray and rubber, which I use quite often. And then I've got this glove thing from Pen Tips. But you can pick up these things anywhere. It's just really helpful. And then how is my camera not reflecting on the screen? It's because the light is coming from there, like that direction, from there, rather than from above. And it's also, I've got a white interface, and if you've got a black interface, then it picks up a lot more of the camera. I learned that pretty early on. Also, my camera's quite high. Like, you can't, I'm still not at my camera now. So it's really higher. Whereas Sometimes, especially when I first started, my camera would be about here. Yeah. Yeah, some people hate paper-like, some people love it. I think that you should try it. It feels a lot more like paper than screen or glass. It feels a lot more like a Wacom tablet, like a Cintiq. So if you're used to paper or if you're used to Cintiq and you want to keep that experience, try paper-like. What's the screen rubber thing? Oh, this thing. So you just, you take it out, you spray it. Psh, 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 psh. I'm just making sound effects there. And then you just rub, 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 rub. I'm not going to do it now. And then you put it back in the right way. Would help. So there we go. Okay. Done some of these. I'm just going to rub it out slightly so it's not super dark. Okay. This little guy is looking quite fun. What I want to do here, add another layer. Yeah, that's great. Just add a few little speckles and sparkles, grit and grain, just to make it feel a little more handmade rather than just like flat white. Always feels a little bit more authentic and real, or, you know, not just digital. Add a little bit of white down here as well. Just like a faux photocopier effect, you know? Something like that. Doesn't paper like make the screen look like it's a rainbow? I don't think so. No. I haven't seen that. I haven't experienced that. Okay, so instead of doing clipping masks here, I'm just going to use an alpha lock so that there's not like 40 million layers here. And I'll alpha lock each one of these. It'd be great if I could just select them all and say alpha lock them all. But that is not the case. There's quite a few things in Procreate and I'm like, wouldn't it be great if... da 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 da. I've been listening to a lot of Lorde. I don't actually know how you say her name. Maybe we have it over here. Let's look at Lorde. Pretty sure I spoke about this the other day. But, yeah, this female artist singer. Very, very cool. So yeah, sometimes I'm just like standing, sitting, doing a stream and I just start singing her stuff. The thing is, I'm not that good at singing, so sorry, Lord, not doing your stuff any service at all. Okay. Green. Let's go for green here. Might even throw in a little bit of yellow there. Just because it's so cool with the green. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Baloo, Bagheera and Baloo from, what is that, The Jungle Book. Okay. Might just be a little bit too dark there. So let's bring a little bit more of that in. Okay, purple. Purple's really nice, leads into pink. I think I'm learning quite a bit about color theory while working with these colors. Nope, want that color. So you'll notice like here, purple is right next to pink. So purple doesn't really go well with yellow, but purple goes well with pink, it goes well with blues. Pink goes well with some purples and some reds. Greens go nice with yellows. Yellows go nice with oranges. It's really cool. So I'm learning a lot about that. Intuitively, I think. Okay. I think I want to add a little bit more purple here, so I'm going to create a clipping mask, make it multiply. And this is also how I generate my colors. So like this purple I've used here, but now when I use it with a multiply effect, it's a darker purple. This is how I got this pink. It's a multiplied version of pink on top of pink. But then sometimes I'm like, well, I don't want to have to create a new layer and then make a clipping mask and then change the blend mode. I just want that color. So I made that color. Okay, that is looking very, very good. Okay. And then this guy. So we see. So this is like a dark pink, but then if you go for red, it feels even more amazing. Maybe too much. Okay, I like the look of this. The Bare Necessities, the best song ever. I like it. The simple bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes. Mommy, the bare necessities. There was one time we were staying at some friends in Luxembourg, and their next door neighbors had a kid, or maybe an adult, who was learning how to play the piano. And so we're like, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. So yeah, Bare Necessities got better and better, but man, after that weekend, we're like, okay, we're done with Bare Necessities. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is looking very, very good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to group all of these, duplicate it, flatten it, hide it, select it, add a new layer, then add a little bit of grit and grain. And a little bit of white. There we go. All right. Interesting. Yeah, so when streaming, the colors do change quite a bit, and I haven't yet perfected the art of colors on stream. Also, colors just look different on any monitor. But yeah, I've definitely made them all blue, and I think that records really nicely, but I don't actually know. But also, you know, blue also works quite nicely with purple. Where is this color thing? So blue's quite close to purple. Okay, so we've done a bunch of stuff here. Maybe I will add a little bit more of the dark. Just down here where it's coming out of the cloud. The head. Okay. All right. Next up is, I wonder if I should tackle these things. Okay, maybe I'll just close this. Group these guys, I'll just hide them for now. Then I will tackle these bits and pieces. So reference, group. This might take a while. So let's go for it. I'll use this bright pink here and there because it's a cool color. What I try to do a lot with this kind of stuff, oh, I can't actually do that. Nope. Is I use black and white a lot and some colors in a piece, but then I use this like confetti kind of stuff to add a whole bunch of rainbow colors in. So every piece is normally really colorful, even if there's just tiny pieces of rainbow here and there, or all the different colors. I'm going to have to adjust a few things here, or I'm going to need to merge. I think merging might actually be easier. So let's go down here and hide these guys, and let's do some erasing. Okay, this might take a while, but it will help us, I think. Okay. Can I see any more? Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. So I'll just up the opacity again. Let's merge down, set that as the reference. Okay. Awesome. Oh, that's quite cool. That is cool indeed. Let's go continue filling. Ah, there we go. There's one. Okay. Let's put the green in there, continue filling. Let's go for a couple of oranges. Let's go for a couple of reds. Okay. Yellows. Ba-dum-bum. Some blues, some pinks, purples. Okay. Oh, I can still just carry on. I like that. It's a fairly new thing that I'm still getting used to. And because I do a lot of gradient work, often this doesn't help me. But what I'm wanting to do in the future, sometime in the future, is to create a collection, a body of work without gradients, like just called flats or something like that. So it's just flat colors. Well, see, every time I'm like changing color, I'm trying to drag it in again. Let's go for that one. Okay. Oh, this one can be a greeny one over here. Some purple. Reds. Okay. Okay, things are coming together really, really nicely. And we've got some over here. Okay. Oh no. All righty. One more maybe. One more? Ah, there's still this one over here. Let's go for some greens, purples, blues, pinks. Maybe that's fine. Okay, so now there's like a ton of color over here. and I really don't feel like doing gradients for every single little bit. So what I like to do is I like to create a clipping mask and change this to screen, and then just use, maybe I'll just use a big brush with a couple of different colors here and there, just to give it like a little bit of grain. And it changes it slightly, like just a wee bit. Oh, there's some more there that I can just fill in quickly. Nope, not like that. Like that. Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool. He is looking good. Yeah, people have suggested that I make a coloring in book. I'll try. It's like, it's in my mind over there somewhere. I find this one of the most enjoyable parts of the process. But yeah, maybe. I need to come up with like a theme or a topic or something. Like why would people color in? Like, is it just fun, or like, I don't know. I need to think about it. Definitely need to think about it. Okay, so this guy, I'm wanting to do maybe a little bit of purple here. Just a smidge. And maybe I'll add a little bit more pink here. Or this pink. And then over here, I'll add a little bit more of this pink. Don't know if I did that much, to be honest. So then maybe I will change these guys. Let's change the hue saturation to like a little bit more red. Something like that. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks very cool. Okay, what is next? I reckon we go for these things down here. I'll go for alpha locks again. Alpha lock. There are a lot of them. Oh man, I just keep on losing where the alpha lock is. Okay. Let's do some gradienting. And there's going to be quite a bit of overlap, I think, between the different colors. So we can actually have some fun here with the different colors and how they blend into one another. I think it's going to be epic. Epically epic. Okay, that one's a bit boring. It's just what it is. This one can go to this color. Okay. Maybe it ends there. So let's do something like that. Or that. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, what happens if there's like a happy medium between these two? Clipping mask. Let's go for this. And then drop the opacity a little bit. Something like that. Alrighty, alrighty. Can't do too much with that one. But maybe over here, a little bit of that. Yeah, that looks cool. Can we hang after? Maybe. Depends what time I finish. If you don't mind me talking on the way home. For sure, for sure. So Hassan Haboodle, for those of you listening or who will be listening or watching, he's a great doodler, but also a really good UI UX designer. He's got lots on his mind. So do I. We like to chat. Okay, what's next? Green. A little bit of yellow up here. Except that's not yellow. Okay. Orange. Dark orange over there. Light orange over here. Maybe even a bit of red. Woo. It's not too much experimentation. I thought it might be a little bit more, but the amount of space I have to play around here is not that big. Okay, so purple, pink. Pink could be good. Bigger pink could be even better. And a dark red. Just a little bit. Okay, that is looking epic. Let's group all of these guys. Group. Let's duplicate them, flatten them, hide them, select them. It'd be great if I could just do that all at once, somehow. Okay, then we'll add a little bit of darkness beneath here. Okay. And a little bit of brightness here and there. Awesome. My pleasure for the shout out. Okay. It is looking very, 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 very good. Could we be done? No, we're not done. I was like, what? So what? Okay, what is that? What is that? Yeah. This one is nothing. Interesting. Okay, so body, head. Let's do the shades. And got the grain brush selected. Let's maybe do some pink. Or maybe something like that. Maybe. Let's see. That might be a nice way to do the glasses. Yeah, maybe a bit of a high yellow, bright yellow up here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Clipping mask. what is going to happen here? Might just be best if it's like the same. There's quite a lot of other stuff going on here. Or I might later on rotate a few things to make this work. Because in the collection already there are a couple of different rainbow traits. Unless there's something else rainbowy that could happen. You know what could be fun is vomiting rainbow as well. Maybe this is a little bit more apt though for the collection. Vomiting rainbow is not quite common, but I think it was made popular by a collection called Doodles, and a lot of people have then taken that and put it into their collections too. Okay, so let's go do some lands over here. Okay, and then I really like just coloring in this myself. Like I could do it another way, but I found that it's not such a big area that it's like, oh my goodness, that's going to take a long time. It's just like, cool, let's just color it in. Okay. Yeah, cool. Let's add a couple of these little stars in the mix. I keep on switching to my eraser. Thought I was getting better at not doing that, but alas. I'm not quite sure if you're meant to say but alas or just alas. In Dutch you say helaas for but, or unfortunately actually. So they kind of come from the same area, English and Dutch, in the world and history. So sometimes it's interesting to kind of see what the Dutch do. I'm going to mask this, see what it looks like with a little bit of fade out. I think I prefer it like that. Okay, so let's delete that, add another clipping mask layer, and then put a little bit of grain here and there. Okay, and then we need to put some stars here and there too. Some faraway stars in the glasses. Okay, that is looking sick. Vomiting would be ace. Looks like the cloud is farting a rain. Maybe that could be pretty cool. Farting a rainbow is also great. Maybe we'll have to do another one where the cloud is vomiting a rainbow. Maybe I can make that like a special trait. Special mouth trait. Let's do that. It's going to be a special mouth trait. Okay. Let's go for an alpha lock here. I don't think it's going to be too complicated here. Okay, here, let's go for a clipping mask. All right. Okay. I think that this guy is done. Yeah. A pocket maybe, anything on his clothes. Let's see. I think I might have an idea for it. Okay. Did it. jiggly lines. Okay. Something like a little halo or something. That was a very neat kind of halo line. Okay, just going to isolate that quickly. Alrighty. Let's do that one again. Okay. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely a one of one Haboodle. What I'll do is I'll export the head with all the stuff coming out and be like, this is a special head and it can only be in the collection once and it has to match with these glasses, this mouth, this body. Whereas the rest of the stuff, I'm like, it can match with anything. So I can set rules for this and I give it another trait called rarity, legendary, something like that. But yeah, the mouth that we'll work on, I'll create a new file and then we'll actually create a mouth that will be seen in the rest of the collection. Quite a unique item, so you can set how rare it is or how unique it is. But you'll see that the mouth is quite up here, the glasses are turned here, so it's, yeah, it's not quite the same as all the rest, but the rainbow mouth that we'll work on next, I will make that a collection item, a common attribute. Okay, reference, is this guy going to be white or is it going to be? Yeah, I quite like that. It's just like, it's a cool little necklace. And reference, nope, clipping mask. Okay, let's go here, add a little bit of grain. Yeah, I think that finishes it off quite nicely, whatever it is. Maybe, just group that here. Why? What? Things are complicated here. Okay. Pop it in here, into the body. Okay. And then this guy will select again and create a new layer. And very, very slightly, we'll just add a little bit of like a shadow. And erase all of that above. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Cool. I will. Let me have a look here. So this is what you saw in the beginning of the video. So that, like something like this guy, he is a one of one. Yeah, he's legendary. The sky is not legendary. Other things have sky. White stars, cool. Chill tie-dye. This body is a chill tie-dye. Only he has it, this chill Chad Cloudhead guy. The head is chill Chad Cloudhead. Only he's got the chill Chad Cloudhead. Frame shadow is none. That's because it's a custom one, so it's a different frame shadow to the rest. Lenses chilled out. Only he has this one. Frame, wireframe is only 2 with that wireframe. Mouth chilled smile. Only he has that one. Eyebrows, he doesn't have any eyebrows. Pairing is something a little bit complicated. And then clouds are on top. So there's a bunch of those with those clouds. Whereas something like this guy, blue sunrise, 2.9% have that. White stars, the pink zip up, 1.9% have that. Summer hues for the head, it's a pretty common one. Fluffy eyebrows, 16% have that. Frame shadow, number 5. So there's a bunch of different frame shadows. Checkered lenses, 3.8. Snake skin for the frame. Mouth is tongue. So I haven't set up any rarities yet, but I do have custom items. And then the clouds are pinky purple. So yeah, this is a really cool artist tool. Have a quick look at the collection so far. It will change. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty badass. Interesting. Dark matter, dark cloud. Oof, this one's great. So this is something that's paired. So pairing bow tie. I wanted the bow tie to be on top, but the rest of the clothes to be at the bottom. So what you can say is, every time there's a bow tie, I want the bow tie to be with this particular shirt or body. So the bow tie is on top with all the other pairing things, and then it always pairs with this body at the bottom. So what I might do is I might actually make this a custom token. So I like it, so I'm like, cool, let's save it. Bam. All right, let's go back to me drawing. So yeah, these aren't live yet. This is all on Bueno. It's going to mint on Thursday next week, pre-mint on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm still, adding everything to Bueno, and then I'll download it. All of the images, the metadata. I'm actually running a script that then puts all of those clouds in random places, which is then another really cool thing about the collection, rather than all the clouds being in the same place. And then I'll send it over to JPEGs, the people that I'm using to launch it. They'll run stuff through their script, make sure a couple of things work, and then be able to mint it on Wednesday, pre-mint, Thursday, public mint. So yeah, that's exciting. Okay, so this guy is done. He's really cool. Next, mouth. Just gonna go into one of these guys. This is just like my template, which looks so boring, right? I'm just looking at the replay here. The colors look intense on YouTube. They're not that intense. Woo! They look really bright. They're not that bright in real life or on my iPad. Okay. So, vomiting. Something like that. Oh, yes, beautiful. Okay. Maybe. Yep. Okay. Is that gonna look good? I don't know. That is the true answer. Why? Okay, just used the wrong brush, that's all. Nothing to see here. Well, plenty to see here. Just, you know, making mistakes on the live stream. I'm not making mistakes, just being human, I guess. Merge down. Okay, set this as a reference. And let's pop some colors in here. Orange, yellow, green, blue. Ooh, there's going to be all the colors of the rainbow. My rainbow, anyway. I guess what we could do too is add a few of these little things. What is the time? Half an hour left. I'm loving this. Sometimes I only get through like one piece in a live stream. This time, maybe like 1.5. I guess I did have something already started. But there's been a bunch of other stuff that I've shown you. Coolers, how I've generated my color palette, bit of a story around that. Shown you the collection, a little bit of it. The Dreamheadz collection. Okay. Yeah, I might actually do that. Let's take that out. Put this in. So I won't fill that with anything, but it just, you know, makes it look like there's a mouth there. I'll just add a couple of these things here. Oh, okay, cool. Alpha lock. Alpha lock galore. Okay. Cool. I like that. Looking good. Maybe no yellow. Maybe it can be a little bit purer rainbow than normal. Okay. Next. Let's go for dark orange here. Leads into a bit of yellow. Okay, the yellow, we can start with a bit of a dark orange, or an orange, that then leads into a lot of this bright yellow. Okay, green, dark green, goes into a lighter green, which is not the one that I've got selected. And then a little bit of yellow here, just because I like it so much. And even like a little bit of blue here, dark blue. Yeah, dig it. Whoa, It's not a raise. Preferably not, thank you very much. Okay. Yo. And then a little bit of purple. And some pink. Dig it. Nope. Okay. Pink. Start with some dark, rich pink. Let's end with some lighter pink. Maybe even a little bit of a clipping mask with some screen blend mode. Flipping magical. Let's group all of these, duplicate them, flatten them, hide them, select them. Okay. And then we'll put a little bit of black coming out of there. Da, 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 da. Okay. And I guess we can put some white in too. Just a little bit of specks. Sun's coming in like through this tiny little gap and like my 4,000 blinds over there in my face. There. It's not bad. Not too bad. Okay. Great. Set this one as a reference. And now we get to color these. Continue filling. Just pop a bunch of cool colors in here and there. Whoa. Okay, we'll have to deal with those in a bit. Purples. Yeah. What other colors? Peach. Yeah, I like peach. Peach air. Blue. Like it's no longer filling for some reason. Yo. Yo, dude. Yes, continue. Please. Kind of like stops. It's like, cool, well, we're done. We're done filling. Like, thank you very much. Okay, now I need to do a little bit of drawing. I'll just use my jiggly color. I'll create a new layer here to do some drawing, or maybe underneath it all. Yeah. Just for these ones, I reckon. Oh, there's still a couple on top. Okay, continue filling. Boop. Boop. Nope, nope. How's that one gonna work? I wonder if we should do like a little bit of white here as well. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do a little bit of coloring here, just on top. Et voila. I think that one also needs a little bit of There we go. But yeah, I think white could actually work pretty well. Just like here and there. Okay. Thanks, color drop. Yep, so there we go. There is, I'll have to have a look at what it looks like with all the rest of everything. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Okay, so we've rocked and rolled with this one. We've done that one. Maybe I'd like to come add a few white dots here. Let's go into this guy. And at the top, I'll just reference that. And let's just pop in a few white dots and spots. Nope. 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 Okay, this is the thing that happened earlier. Undo, 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 undo. Okay, stuff. Undo. Oh man. Come on. So I'm just going to reduce the threshold a little bit. There we go. It is now working again. Okay. And then on top of this, there are going to be other clouds that will appear. I'm just not going to put them in now. So it's kind of weird to make a legendary that I can see in the process, but you can't. You're like, but what about the background? What about clouds? What about this? What about that? You'll have to wait and see. Haha. Okay, so I've got 15 more minutes or so. I'm going to start on a new legendary. So I'm going to change my pen color to a blue, do some sketching. And so one of the ideas that I had is just like a pirate, but to be linked with the ocean. And this whole idea, this whole collection is about dreams and dreaming and being in the realm of dreams. So like, what happens if someone like has, I was going to say a wet dream, but no, that's not quite what we're going for here. So yeah, what does like a pirate one look like? A pirate Dreamhead. Okay, so you got that. The glasses will maybe be the same, but I want to make a pirate. A pirate. Interesting, hey. Okay. Something like that. Cloud and pirate bones. It might be cool to have no eye at all. Interesting. I like that. What about something like that? Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna put on a drawing assist, which is just gonna help me draw symmetrically. I want a scuba diving, like old school scuba diving. So let's go here, scuba diving, old school. Yeah, something like this. Vintage scuba. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. Okay, you can turn off the assistance. So this could be something which pairs, because this would be over the top. And maybe, would it be in a bubble? No, I quite like the pirate. But I quite like the underwaterness of it. So a pirate, it's going to be stuff happening. What is this? What are these things? Is there perhaps another one here? Like this? With all of its little bolts and stuff? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's take that away. Let's have a quick look at what that looks like. Yeah, something like that. Feels maybe a little bit sparse. Maybe it could look pretty cool if there was just one eyebrow. Pretty funny, actually. Maybe if I move down a bit. Maybe the mouth could not be the standard one, but maybe something like arr. How do you draw an arr? Let's go back here, sorry. You're still looking at astronaut pictures or diving pictures. My bad. Back. Sorry. It comes back, promise. Okay. Kind of funny teeth there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And I'm wondering if we need like a hat or something. Like now, what I think is that it should be an octopus, like coming up over here. Is this a new layer? Yeah. Octopus. Maybe an octopus like this. And he's got like tentacles like wrapped around this guy. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need 8? Don't think so. And then maybe there's like slime and stuff dripping off. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's create a new layer. Fill it with this one. A fill. Just reduce the opacity a bit instead of having to reduce all of those ones. Then let's go for it. Change my brush to the jiggly lines. Jiggly lines, jiggly lines. All right, then let's go for it. Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Draw on a couple of these things. Let's create a new layer here. Okay. I'll do some erasing here. Alrighty. Okay. So that's that part done. Octopus. All right. Okay, we've done 2 of the tentacles. No, kind of now. Excuse my non-talking so much right now. I'm concentrating. It's pretty intense stuff here. Okay. Let's rub that out a little bit. Okay. One of these like calamari suction things. I was fortunate once upon a time to be cooked some octopus right next to the ocean at some guy's house. He was a chef, one of the top 5 chefs in Croatia. I often think like if you're the top 5, does that mean you're the 5th best? Because if you're like number 3, you'd be like, I'm the top 3. And if you're the first, you'd be like, I'm the best. Maybe if you're like top 2, you'd be like, I'm not, yeah, maybe you could say I'm the top 3 if you're number 2. Kind of weird, right? Okay, so let's do another one. Maybe this guy's name is Captain Nemo. Maybe. Maybe. We shall see. Okay, so a bunch of like erasing and stuff needs to go on here. And also I need to figure out what's head and what's body. Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting trying to figure this one out. Because this guy comes from behind and then on top. I might have to do like a little bit of cutting or something like that. So I'm just going to round him off here so that I can do all the color work and stuff and then pop him on top and pop him behind. Okay, so it is 4:30 my time, which means I'm going to end the stream, but you get an idea of how the planning works. This is quite a complicated one compared to the rest of the stuff that I've done for this collection. But maybe let's just squeeze in this stuff here. Okay. Okay. Maybe let's start with the bones. Okay. And then the mouth. And I don't know if I should do something like that for an eye. Might be pretty cool. Or something like that. Oh, I suppose I could have just done that. Alrighty, so that is what I'm going for next. Got a couple other legendaries still to do, but things are getting really, really close to being done. Oh, maybe, just add a couple of little doopskis in here. These little thingies. Yeah. All right. Planning. Done. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell, goodbye. I'm going to close up everything, close up the studio, walk home, spend the evening with my family. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to semi-end the stream now by going, thank you for tuning in. And finally, I'm going to end it like this.